When will my time come? Just want to hear the sounds of it.
Is it going to be my turn?
These are but a few of the many voices of the brokenhearted, the infertile. T.I.M.E, a non-profit Jewish organization, is devoted to the support of infertile couples, providing pregnancy loss programs, medical conferences, advocacy, treatment, so much more. With your contribution, you can help T.I.M.E support these loving couples. To learn more on how you can help, please visit the website on your screen to donate today.
Everything has its season, King Solomon said, and there is a time for everything under the heavens. When will my time come? T.I.M.E, a non-profit organization, is devoted to the support and education of infertile couples and to the education of the community that can help their loved ones who are experiencing infertility. Often, Jewish couples must go through the pain and frustration of treatment while confronting very specific Jewish ethical questions and financial concerns about their treatments. We acknowledge their issues and share their concerns.
Going through infertility treatment can be terribly isolating for any couple, but particularly for the Orthodox couple. And a T.I.M.E provides a sense of community within a community for couples to appreciate that they're not the only ones going through this, to learn from other couples who may be further along the course of treatment than they are, to learn from couples who have been successful and what has helped them in getting through their fertility treatment.
People that was here for Shabbos and somebody from the board and somebody who also went around and made sure everybody was feeling good and was happy. He said, somebody came over to him and said, I want you to know I'm married 8 years. For the last 3 years, did not crack a smile. Not a smile came onto my face. He says, since I got here Shabbos, I'm happy. He says, you don't know what this organization has done for us.
I was told when I came in that one of the couples that were here apparently had never had any connection with the organization or with any retreat of this nature. And when they came, they were quite amazed, even a bit distraught, bewildered, because they never talked about it before. It's exactly what this organization is trying to do, to get people sort of out of their closet, to show them that you're 1000% normal, you're chashuv, in ways you're more chashuv, and there are many people who want to talk to you about it, who want to share your simchas and share your trials, share your tribulations, share your sorrows, share your troubles, and that's already 3/4 of a nechama.
This Shabbos that my husband and I were here turned out to be one of the most inspiring Shabbosim that I can remember. And many women spoke to me. Instead of me being mechazik them, they landed up being mechazik me. And they told me some of the nisyonos, some of the difficulties involved with not having children in the frum community, the uncomfortable situations that they have to go through, some of the painful situations that they have to go through. This Shabbos is almost like a mashal of everything that a T.I.M.E does for them. It provided a place where they weren't the yotzim and klal, they weren't the exceptions to the rule. They were able to stop acting. They were able to take off their masks. And what they revealed was very, very special people who deal with a lot of hurt, pain, need to be able to talk to others who understand, need to be able to laugh together at some of the ridiculous situations that come up. I need to be able to cry together. A time provides that forum.
Having had the pleasure of being invited and participating in this session organized by T.I.M.E, I noticed and observed how the participants were inspired, which results in the chizuk of emunah that brings simchas hachayim and a better future in Mitzvah Hashem.
T.I.M.E's role is really critical because they provide a service for the frum patient that doesn't exist elsewhere. And they generate feedback and services for financial help, for medication help, for resource help. And the fact that they've created a critical mass is really extremely valuable within the community. They should be applauded greatly for their effort.
Okay, over the years, the magazine has, I'd like to think that it has evolved in a very positive sense. It probably began about 8 years ago. It was a rather simple magazine, just a couple of pages long. At this point, we're close to 50 pages, I believe, and we have medical information, we have interviews with doctors, we have questions for doctors. We have a social worker on staff who answers questions that come in. We have letters to the editor, and we have articles dealing with medical issues and divrei chizuk.
One of the things that I like most about T.I.M.E, they're very discreet. You get the newsletter, it's sealed. Nobody knows what it is. It's in a manila envelope. It gets to you, and you know what you're getting. I run for the envelopes, Erev Pesach, Erev Hanukkah, Erev Rosh Hashanah, and Erev the summer. Those are the hardest, the 4 times that it's the hardest, that it hits everyone, because the summer everyone goes, everyone's outside playing with their kids. Rosh Hashanah, which would end up being into Sukkot, you have some Torah, you have all that goes on for that. Hanukkah, you're lighting candles by yourself. And every year you say, oh, when's it going to be me? When can I give out the Hanukkah gifts?
There are several issues that family, relatives, and friends have to understand when dealing with these couples. In the first place, if they want to tell you something, they'll tell you. However, the best thing you can do, let them know that if they need you, you're there. Don't ask for particulars, don't ask for specifics. Don't ask them, when are you going to start? Don't ask them, well, don't you think you can get a good doctor? They're doing everything they can, everything they feel is possible, to help themselves have a child. Comments are nothing more than pain.
15, 16 years ago, when I personally was experiencing secondary infertility, it was alone on an island. We were bereft without a lifeboat. To be able to see the success of T.I.M.E and how they are able to bring support, comfort, nurturing, hope to all of these couples is just enough to see, and there is no way that we can allow this work to end.
There's nothing one can do like help create a life, and for a family that's missing a child, to complete that family and to have a child is really one of the greatest fulfillments one can have. I think a reproductive endocrinologist can make more of an impact into your life than any other physician. Patients who are other physicians who do incredible things, patients who are cancer specialists who cure cancer, tell me that I make a bigger impact on their life than they make in their patients' lives.
We're fortunate to have a couple in our practice who recently conceived twins. But just several months ago, the couple, after experiencing 2 miscarriages, and this is very common, the husband and wife coping with these losses differently, were on the verge of divorce. The couple then went to their rabbi for counseling, and along with going to a support group meeting, the couple came back to the practice. And they went through in vitro fertilization for the first time, conceived, but again experienced another miscarriage. It was very concerned this was going to be it for the couple. But a few weeks later, they were back in the office with smiles on their faces, ready to proceed again. They said the support that they had been given gave them encouragement, and they were now confident that despite the losses, this was going to work for them. Sure enough, they went through, and this time they're now successful and appreciative of what everyone has done for them. And we are also appreciative of the support they've been given, because there is a limit to what we can do medically, and the support is so crucial in patients to really.
The ability of T.I.M.E to continue to thrive as an organization and to continue to put out the materials, to run their support groups, to interact with the many professionals that they interact with to get things done, costs money. And that's why it's so important for the general community to support T.I.M.E. After all, our job as Jews is to look out for one another. Kol Yisrael Arevim Ze Lazeh. We need to help others who are in pain, and what more satisfying way to be engaged in the mitzvah of Peru Urvu than to give to such a wonderful organization who actually makes that happen.
Though eventually I will walk beyond the struggle of infertility, I know the struggle will never completely leave me. It has changed my life forever. But so has time. It's in the Talmud that when a child is created, 3 partners are involved: Hashem, the father, and the mother. But I suppose when a couple like us have a child, those who gave are involved. Thank you.